How's it going, everyone? Final day of the season, and you know what? I wanted to break from convention a little bit and do something before the first whistle kicks off today. Usually I do it all after the final whistle, but today I know, however I'm feeling right now, however calm and composed I'm feeling right now, and the way I'm viewing it all, it's going to be tough to be able to keep that consistency after the final whistle, because either I'm just going to be deliriously happy, or much more likely, I'm going to be bitterly disappointed. And the thing is, it's a weird one, because I go into the game today not expecting us to win the league, obviously. You know, Man City, they're just a machine. They're going to do what they do, and I can't imagine them dropping points. But that doesn't mean that if that does happen, that I'm just going to hear the full-time whistle go, hear the Man City have won, and be like, that's what I thought. I'm going to be gutted, because to achieve something for the first time in 20 years, to come so close to doing it is going to hurt. It's really going to hurt. But you know what? The one thing I will say is that, how do you view this season? You know, a lot of fans will talk about that, and some will say, oh, you know, it's brilliant, it's success. Some will talk about it's failure. It's not success. There's no trophy at the end of it. For the second season running, I feel really gutted for a brilliant team that deserved something out of it and ended up trophyless. And for me, yeah, that is failure. But this isn't me saying it's failure and criticising the team. I love this team. This season has made me fall back in love with Arsenal. This season has made me proud of them. It's given me a team that has got character and professionalism, desire, hunger, rather than a team of jokers on Instagram, which we had in our club. And it wasn't a serious club. We're a serious club again. We're serious contenders. And I already can't wait till next season, irrespective of what happens today. So there's different degrees of failure. And for me, I'm not going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on the fact that we are set up for success in the future. So no matter what happens today, either I'm deliriously happy, or I'm going to applaud that team off for doing everything they could. And yes, we probably lost one game too many, but that's football. And this team this year have done brilliantly, and they deserve a proper send-off today. So that's what I'm here to do. Up the Arsenal. I'll see you at full time. And fingers crossed I'm wrong, and we are buzzing. Come on. Oh man, full time is here, and I feel exactly how I thought I'd feel. I'm gutted, I really am. You know, like, the mood in the stadium isn't one of despondency or anything like that, but yeah, I have to admit, I am really gutted. You know, to come so close. I'm going to sound like flipping Linkin Park, but in the end, you know, haven't been able to win anything. And that's the second year running that a team that I think has got real trophy potential has ended up winning nothing. And you know, it's crazy when you look at it, but being at this stadium reminds you, because over there in the distance, all around the stadium, you have the years of when we've won trophies, right? And over there in the distance, it says 2020, and then it says 1930. And it reminds me, I sit in the North Bank lower, that's on the clock end, it reminds me, 2020 was the last time we won a trophy. When you think about when we won the FA Cup against Hull, how much pressure was on that? That was an 8-year trophy drought, if I remember correctly. And it felt like the whole world was talking about it. We're halfway there. It's been 4 years now since we won a trophy. And I cannot believe that in the last couple of years we haven't put that right. We have to put that right next year. It's a must for me. I can't believe that, you know, we've come so close. When I look at how we went out in the Champions League, that performance in the second leg against Bayern, you know, wasn't good enough. In the FA Cup, I don't feel like we've done the competition justice recently, in recent years. Really disappointed the way we ended the season. But throughout the season, I've loved watching this team. There's been so much pride, so much belief that has come back. This club feels different now. You know, this is not a place to come and retire. It's not a place to come and like get an easy life anymore. We've got a manager that is driven, and players that seem to listen to him and really have some hunger. So do you know what? End of the season, we've won nothing, but there is still pride. Yeah, there's not success in the form of a trophy, but we are set up for success. If you ask me, who, you know, out of all the teams in the Premier League, which ones do I think are going to go and win a trophy in the next year or two? We are absolutely one of those teams. I wouldn't put many above us, probably only Man City. And the fact that we've come up against a team in Man City, look, Jurgen Klopp, who's leaving today, and Liverpool fans will know it all too well. No team in the entire history of English football, you heard that right, have ever won 4 in a row. And that's what Pep Guardiola has just gone and done. He has won 6 Premier Leagues already. Phil Foden has won 6 Premier Leagues. He's only 23. It's a dynasty at Man City. And that is what we're trying to compete with. And that's what Liverpool tried to compete with. And what is it, 89 points we're on or something? Can you imagine what it felt like for Liverpool getting 92 points one year, getting 97 points another year, and not winning? Listen, that is just the standard that Man City set. 9 games in a row they have won. And until all that financial doping charges hit, hopefully we get a couple of league titles out of that or something. But we know the standard now. We know that this is usually it would be enough to win you a league. It's not enough anymore, and we've got to go and do more. So we've got to go and add another Declan Rice type player, because he made a massive difference this season. And it's not just him, loads of other players have done brilliantly this season as well. But we need to say what's going to take us to the next level, and just how ruthless we were with Aaron Ramsdale, who got a lovely reception from the North Bank as well, whilst all the family and friends were on the pitch, as you can see. But we need to be ruthless like that again. If there's a player that we think, you know what, maybe it's not at the level anymore, that's it, move them on. You've got to ask yourself now, like, we know El Neni's leaving. I just wonder about players like maybe Nketiah, Thomas Partey, for example, whether they might be going. Zinchenko, is it time for him to go? I wonder how much movement there'll be at this club in summer. And we need to be ruthless. We need to develop that ruthless streak and do what we need to do to make sure next season I'm not saying all of this stuff again. Look, it's pride. Pride is the overall thing from this season. I wish this game, felt as good as like the Chelsea game. I remember that day I was absolutely buzzing. I felt like probably my favourite game all season. This should have trumped it, but unfortunately it hasn't. This should have been, or could have been, the one where I'd be leaving feeling like I'm flying. But there were moments where you could dream. Man City obviously ruined the fun 2 minutes in. It's just what they do. But just before half time, where we had equalised and West Ham had got one back, you're thinking to yourself, right, we only need 2 goals. And also, West Ham had 2 disallowed goals today. That caused, excitement in the ground here as well. And it was a little bit of a roller coaster ride. But all in all, there was never really a time where it looked likely. Man City, they do what they do. What can you say? Arsenal, well done to all the players. The fans, I think the support has been incredible this season, home and away. The manager, well done to him as well. We're set up to win a league. I really feel like we're well set up to win a league now. The ironic thing that really annoys me today is you can look back at whatever game it might be, maybe Fulham, maybe West Ham. For me, it was Villa. Villa at home. That game that we lost is one that really cost us, in my view. And at full time today, you look at Aston Villa, they lost 5-0 to Palace. It's just like, I know it's a different sort of occasion for them, because they really needed to beat us and carry on winning games at that stage of the season. And now, final game of the season, doesn't matter to them. They've got Champions League football secured. So I know it's different. But it just adds insult to injury that, we wish we had Villa on the last day of the season and Everton when we played Villa. And then who knows how different it could have been. Anyway, forget the ifs and buts. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. I'm proud of the team. I'm disappointed. But May 2027, bookmark this. We would have won a league by then. I'm confident in the next 3 years, we're going to win a league, and hopefully even more. Talking about Man City's dynasty, I can't wait till Pep leaves. I really can't. Hopefully Mikel Arteta can build his own amazing legacy here. It's been 4 years without a trophy. Next season, that can't happen. Up the Arsenal. Enjoy your summer. See you at the start of next season.